I'm John, and tonight I want answers about living in a bubble and Black Lives Matter. Plus, Hinterland's Who's Who. There's no stopping us now, because we're live.
John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers. Give John answers. John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers now.
Thank you, everybody. Please, you may be seated.
They were already sitting down, John.
The show's calling to
I mean,
order.
I can only see the first
You can only see the first row.
10 or so rows, but
Yeah.
they weren't standing up behind them.
Well, the people in the rear who have a...
They're standing room only seats. If they sit down, they can't see us, John.
Just make sure they stay on the aisle. It's a fire exit. Check your calendar. If it says August 11th, 16, then we're live. My expert witness tonight is Keith Stattenfield. He's my witness tonight because he is a history buff,
Yes.
a news junkie,
Yes.
philosophy major,
Yes.
and he's the only one who returned our call.
Yeah. It wasn't even a call. You texted me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what the kids do today
See, we're hip.
with the texting.
We're hip with the kids.
Except we don't use emoji. I don't get emoji. I'm like, why? We invented words for a reason.
Because
What does this picture mean?
There's no emotion. Like without a smiley face, you don't know if I'm kidding around when I call you fat. You're fat, smiley face.
Yeah.
Now you know I'm kidding, right? Right?
Yeah.
If you've never seen the show before, and I imagine most of you haven't,
No, none of them have.
this
Except
show...
for that guy. I've seen that guy in the audience before. So that guy has seen the show before.
Yeah, he comes a lot.
Yeah.
This is like a courtroom drama. I'm the prosecutor. My guest is the expert witness. And you at home and in the audience are the jury. And it's your job to convict or acquit the topics.
When do we hear? I mean, we've never gotten the results of any of these cases.
We did once. We
We've gotten
once
one-
had a juror come on and deliver the verdict.
But you need 12 jurors to deliver a verdict.
We've had mistrials every episode since.
Wow.
Yeah.
We are terrible. Well, I say we, I mean you.
I don't know how I
you
keep
are
this job.
terrible at being the judge of a.
Prosecutor. And one judge. Okay.
See?
Yeah. a lot of
I'm
hats.
just saying, this doesn't make any sense, people. You're just go about your business.
Nothing to see here.
Matlock is on.
Big news. Big news from the East Coast. We have a new affiliate, Lex Media Organization, from Lexington, Massachusetts,
Wow.
is now airing John Wants Answers.
I've heard of Lexington.
I've heard of them too. Like we're hitting the cities that are on the map now.
Well, I think all cities are on the map. I mean, that's
Well, like cities,
what maps are. They're
cities you've heard of,
okay.
right? Like there's some places
Yeah.
in Vermont that we're airing that you've never heard of.
No,
and
that's
you
true.
Point drive through. If you were watching this from Vermont, send us a tweet.
Yeah.
I'll send you like a T-shirt or something.
How's Vermont? No, you won't.
We're now on 22 stations nationwide.
That's a lot of stations.
A lot of stations. So,
Well, no, that's not a lot of stations. Like 900. Like if you
Yeah.
came here and said, we're on 900 stations, I'd be like, wow, where's my cut?
How-
But on 22 stations, I'm like, well, okay, I guess I'm still doing it for free.
how many stations are your show on?
One.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. my show's on two stations.
Two? Oh.
It's on two.
Sunnyvale.
No,
and-
and San Jose.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You're on 3 stations.
Yeah.
Look at you go. Good job.
I'm going to say almost 1 million people could watch my show.
Yes.
How many people could watch your show in Vermont?
I don't know. I haven't
Do you think
checked the
it's a
census
million?
data.
Do you think it's 1 million?
Well, not in Vermont. Well, maybe all the state of Vermont. I'm sure it's 1 million people for the whole state.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone on Twitter could fact check that.
We'll be taking your tweets.
Maybe Jim on Twitter could fact check that.
Speaking of Twitter, we'll be taking your tweets. You can tweet us during the show or after the show if you want.
Yeah.
At John Wants Answer. There's no S on the end because the S is for suck, and we don't.
No.
If you don't like Twitter, you can go to the website instead and
Yeah.
email us. Just go to johnwantsanswers.com, click on contact, type in your stuff, and I'll read your message. You know who did that? You know who
I know. I
went
don't.
to the website
No, I
and
don't.
did
I
that?
purposely don't read the materials beforehand.
James Traskapoulos.
Okay. You should.
From, you know who he's from? Oh, this is all coming together
Is he
now.
from Lexington?
No, he's from Holland, the Netherlands. That's who the tweet was from.
Wow.
Now it's
That
all
was a
coming together now.
That was a transatlantic tweet.
It's all coming together. He tweeted us from Holland, and then he watches our show all the time. And he
In
thinks we're
Holland.
great. He thinks we're like a married couple.
Ah.
Yeah, we get that a lot. So thanks for watching, James. Tell all your
Yeah.
Dutch friends, you know, I am made of Dutch people.
By Dutch people.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
made of hamburgers
I think
by
you're-
Dutch people.
Yeah. I think you're mostly made of like cow. And I mean, I've seen you eat
Coleslaw.
cow and
coleslaw.
potatoes.
Yeah. This show cannot be made possible without the generous support of our sponsor, Tim Hortons brand antifreeze.
Tim Hortons antifreeze.
Yes. In 9 out of 10 provinces, you can go up to the drive-thru, and as you're getting your donuts, antifreeze.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
your
If the,
car.
little light in your car's on,
Yep.
you can just ask them, and they'll send a guy around to fill your radiator up with the Tim Hortons antifreeze.
Right.
I'm told it's the best food branded antifreeze available in Canada.
And it makes your car smell like coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is always a plus.
I love the smell of coffee in the morning.
In the afternoon, in the evening, and late at night.
Well, I don't want too much. If it's
Hiker.
always if
Hiker.
if you smell it is there all the time, do you like
Then
notice
then
it?
It's great. That's great.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
I think it just goes away.
No, it doesn't.
No?
That's the beautiful thing. Like you can drink coffee all day long, and it still tastes like coffee.
Like if you're in your house and it smells terrible, but you're there for a few hours, you don't notice it, then you leave,
Yeah.
come back, and as soon as you walk in the door, you're like, whoa, now I smell it again.
Yeah.
So
I guess I have a cat and a dog. Is what you're saying?
I've got 2 cats and a dog.
Yeah.
The opinions stated here are my own, not necessarily those of my company.
Yeah. Almost certainly not. Those of your company.
Well, yes, for sure. Because we're going to start now. We have, during the month, we had a tweet. JS from Fresno.
Yes.
Great place, Fresno. Been there? I spent
I have.
spent a
I
week in
have been to Fresno.
I spent a week in the hospital
Well,
in
I've
Fresno.
been through Fresno at least.
JS says, all the news I hear, watch, and read is anti-Trump, yet he's leading in the polls. Am I living in a bubble? So this tweet came in like 2 weeks ago
Yeah.
when Donald Trump was leading Hillary
Plausibly,
Clinton.
potentially, barely.
And so I noticed this too. Like, I watch TV, and
Okay.
the things I see on TV are like anti-Trump stories. Look at news on the web, anti-Trump stories. Facebook posts are always like, look how crazy this guy is.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? How is it that I'm seeing all these negative stories about Donald Trump, yet in the polls, he's like,
Only 8 points behind.
yeah, or
Yeah.
at that point it was even, but yeah. Am
That's insane.
Am I living
It's
in a
like
bubble?
we are divided into different factions or
But, like,
communities.
TV is broadcast
there's not-
nationally. Everyone's
Well,
getting TV. Everyone's
yeah,
getting
but
the
are
internet.
you watching Fox News?
No. No, not watching Fox News.
No, or
I watch The Daily Show.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fox News has this really bad ripoff of The Daily Show, which was canceled like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But they have this other bad show that's trying to be funny that's on late at night. And if you watch that, you'd be like, oh, look, a comedy show. And I bet there, Trump is doing great. And Crooked Hillary, she's horrid.
Oh, what show is that?
It's like Red Eye. It's horrible. It's
never heard
horrible.
it. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, not funny or just they have
It's-
different
it's-
views?
yeah, it would make you weep for humanity. Like you watch that show and you're like, oh, we're doomed.
Like I personally don't know many Republicans in this area. In fact, driving on the way to the station, I actually saw a anti-Democrat bumper sticker, which was a rare thing to see around here.
Yeah. Was it Green Party anti-Democrat or was it Republican anti-Democrat? Because we got both kinds here.
It was hard to say. It just said it was 2 bumper stickers. One was anti-Obama,
Yes.
and the other one was anti-Clinton.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we are
ethic-free.
amazingly. There are, I mean, people talk to people that are sympathetic to their thoughts,
Yeah.
and you don't often want to deal with people that are diametrically opposed to you, and we just naturally divide up. And
So if you,
geographically, the country, politically, there are areas that are fairly liberal. California. There are areas that are not liberal at all. Oklahoma. And in Oklahoma, I think you would say it is rare to see a pro-Obama bumper sticker as you drive down
Right.
the road.
but they get Comedy Central.
But they don't watch it.
They don't watch it. They don't like to laugh? Or they just laugh at the other stuff and don't watch that show? So the main networks, like there's Fox News, which is, we know, what they call it, right?
News. You got to say
Right.
news. Fox News.
But there's a Fox TV channel, which is separate.
yes.
Yes, which isn't like that. So are like the
much.
news networks, like the four main networks, are they like nonpartisan? Do they lean either way? Like even like the Late Show with
It of course
Stephen
depends on
Colbert.
who you ask.
If it leans your way, they're objective.
Republicans think the news networks all lean liberal,
Uh-huh.
and liberals think the news networks all lean conservative. And so it's hard to say. I mean, everyone thinks Fox leans to the right. Everyone thinks MSNBC leans to the left. Everyone thinks CNN leans to the left.
Is there a real fair and balance? Do we know? Do we think?
I suspect CBS and ABC are reasonably balanced. I don't know who's on NBC these days.
Well, I saw-
Probably reasonably balanced.
I saw the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and they had like Jon
Yeah,
Stewart
but
come on. And
I
it was
think
clearly
Stephen Colbert is clearly, I mean, for a long time he's been,
he's clearly left.
he's progressive.
But he even had a TV show where he pretended he was right and just
Yeah.
mocked them.
Yeah,
That was a
yeah,
great show.
He had a TV show where he pretended to be Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good times.
yeah, he did a better Bill O'Reilly than Bill O'Reilly does.
So Facebook.
Yes.
If I see a story.
Well, Facebook is totally slanted.
Yeah.
I mean, Facebook's whole job is to keep you looking at Facebook.
So it's
And
slanted in the.
They are trying to
direction
show
they
you
think I am.
stories that they think you want to see from your friends. And since your friends are probably closer to you than a random person across the country, you are likely to see things that fall in with what you already believe on Facebook.
And isn't it true that if I like a story that's anti-Trump, it's going to like the algorithms will show me more
Somewhere they
stories
got
that
a
are
thing.
anti-Trump.
Yeah.
And soon I'll only get anti-Trump stories. I don't get very many pro-Hillary stories, but I do get a lot of anti-Trump stories. Like exclusively anti-Trump. There's no pro-Trump stories. But there's no
None.
pro.
I mean, there's no. What could you say?
I don't know. So now CNN.com, if I go to that webpage,
Yes.
does everybody see the same stories?
I suspect, pretty much.
I think, yeah, that's what I thought. So when I go there, and I should get a balanced view, maybe.
Well, you'd get CNN's view. I mean, to the extent I think they might do geographic things. I can believe if you lived California, you might be likely to see stories about the California wildfire.
Yeah.
Whereas if you lived in Georgia, you'd see stories about whatever's happening in Georgia, which I don't know because I don't live in Georgia.
Now, if we're in a bubble about politics here
Yes.
in the Bay Area, are we in a bubble about other things?
Everything. Yeah, pretty much everything.
Because, like, there's no racism here, right?
A little. There's a little here.
There is racism?
Yeah.
Oh, not where I work.
Well, no. You work at a progressive company, which is perfect in every way.
What else am I in a bubble about? Everyone's got a job.
Probably are more likely to believe in global warming.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's scientists proved it.
Your views on the appropriateness of religion and society probably differ from those of other places in the country.
Yeah.
Your views of
Such a state.
appropriate tax rates. Whether you think it's okay to live with a lady before you're married. Although, truthfully, most of the country thinks that's okay.
There are pockets that probably oppose it. Okay, well, we've got to stop for a break. When we come back, we're going to read your tweets, and we're going to talk about our next topic, which is,
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
we have our next topic. Stay there.
There was a time when beaver lodges like this one and the busy beavers that build them had almost disappeared from Canada because of overtrapping. But the beaver, who will always be associated with Canada's early days, has been reintroduced into many areas, and it's made a successful comeback. The beaver builds dams because he has to store his winter's food in water deep enough not to freeze. With all the wood cutting that the beaver has to do, it's fortunate that his incisor teeth never stop growing. For a more complete story of the beaver, why not contact the Canadian Wildlife Service in Ottawa.
And we're back. And this is very exciting. What you just saw was an episode of Hinterland's Who's Who. Now, this is a Canadian series of PSAs from the 1960s and the 1970s.
Yeah, you can tell it was from the 60s because it was black and white.
So that one that you just saw is from 1963,
Yes.
The Beaver.
Wow, older than me.
Wow. Yeah. They are, they all end, this is, I like this part, they end with, for more information on the beaver, why not contact the Canadian Wildlife Service, Ottawa? And what's funny about that is you can write on an envelope, Canadian Wild Service, Ottawa, and that's it on the envelope, and it'll get there. And I bet
Have you tried this?
Not recently. I should try that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably not
might
from
not
here.
work.
Well, from here, probably not, because I'm in the USA now. I'll mail a letter to a friend in Canada and have them mail the letter.
Why don't you just text them and have them mailed?
I wonder how many people actually did write letters to the Canadian Wildlife Service saying,
Well, it
I
was
want more
Canada. It was
information on
the
the beaver.
60s. There wasn't a lot to do. I mean, you had, 2 television networks, and both of them were showing black and white things about beavers. So I'm assuming there was a lot of...
okay, so we have a whole, I contacted the Canadian Film Board of Canada. And I said,
Okay.
can I get copies of all these PSAs? Because they would play these. Now, they're made in the 70s and 60s.
How did you contact them? Did you write
I
Canadian
wrote them a
Film
letter to the
Board?
Canadian Wildlife Service, Ottawa. The Canadian Film Board, Ottawa. Because even in the 80s, when I grew up in the 80s, they replay these all the time
Well,
on the
they
CBC.
didn't have any new content.
They had no new
I
animals.
mean, you had SCTV and...
They weren't making new animals. They
Animal.
made 30 of these. We have all 30. We have 30 of these PCAs. We're going to show one a month for the next 2.5 years. So keep watching.
Wow. What do we have to look forward to next month, John?
Oh, this is great.
He
So
asked.
there's an animal called a ptarmigan. I never even heard that before. I can't wait to see what that's
fake
about.
animals the Canadian Film Board made up.
There's a ruffle grouse. There's
There's a ruffle grouse. people.
herring gull. There's a canvasback duck. Anyways, some great stuff.
I'm just saying that the people of the Canadian Film Board were...
Okay, now, here's the cool stuff. The Canadian Film Board didn't have these digitized for me. Or, no, didn't have them on hand, digitized. They found the original film.
Yeah.
The original film.
They mailed it to you. They wrote John
and they
Vink, America.
digitized it and made it so it's high def. With this, we have high def copies
Wow.
from the film.
From the original
Never
film.
seen before because they stopped airing these like in the 80s when they had like
They
standard
were
def
seen
TV.
before. I mean, you saw them when you were a child.
Yeah, I saw it. And then the beaver, we just saw the beaver. Now that was from 1963. And if you go to Wikipedia right now,
Yeah.
I'm going to
Wikipedia
change it.
riddled
I'll change it
riddled
tonight.
with errors.
There's articles that refer to this. This was a lost episode. They couldn't find the original black and white beaver. They found a color one that they remade. The original black and white beaver they couldn't find. It was lost. Like they're doing a 50th anniversary of Hinterland's Who's Who,
Okay.
and they couldn't include that in the big package because it was
Okay.
missing.
Okay, because the Canadian Film Board had it?
I guess I didn't know who to ask because I got it.
Wow.
What you saw has not been seen in decades, and we saw it in high
I'm
def.
assuming they saw it when they digitized it.
Oh, some guy, but it's never been aired. It hasn't been aired
Well, this hasn't
since
been aired
just
either.
now.
This is on cable.
Oh, we're live. Well, it's close enough to be airing. And now we're on YouTube. You probably watch this on YouTube. If you're seeing me now, you're not one of the 5 guys watching the live stream, then
yeah,
watch on
and
YouTube.
we know they're 5 guys. Because girls are better.
No.
They have better things to do.
Okay. So that's Hinterland's Who's Who. We're going to be seeing a lot of those in the coming years.
So 29 months, coming 29 months.
Now we're going to the tweets. We have tweets, and this is very exciting.
Okay.
Dave
This is-
Akon. Do you know Dave Akon?
I know Dave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dave
yeah.
Akon. Yeah. Well, I wish I could have him on the show one day. Interesting guy.
Yeah, if only you return your phone calls.
Why are the Ivy League schools called that? What's so special about them? That's a good question. Why, like...
Because they're all old, and they're in these old, big stone buildings, and the stone buildings have ivy growing on them.
That's the only reason?
That's why they're called Ivy Leagues.
Well, because there's a lot of schools
That have ivy growing. I agree.
that aren't good.
But like Harvard and Yale and
Ivy
that
League
one in
refers
Rhode
to,
Island.
refers to just good schools. Not necessarily
That's
old
correct.
schools.
But predominantly, those are older schools.
Now-
right? These schools that were terrible from 200 years ago have gone out of business.
Yeah.
So if there's a school that's 200 years old, odds are it's...
I think University of Phoenix is going to last 200 years.
Well, I didn't say it was definitive, but from 200 years ago, and
Now-
it might not. University of Phoenix is losing money left and right.
Really?
Yeah.
Stanford.
Yes.
technically not in the Ivy League,
Not in
correct?
the Ivy League.
But they're kind of considered Ivy League-ish because they're like a
Ivy League. They cost like the Ivy League.
Yeah, they're private school, right?
Yes.
And they cost like a lot of money to go to. You went to Stanford.
I did. Yeah, it was like $30K a year.
Wow, you must have been making a lot of money
Yeah,
back
my
then.
company paid it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, so Dave, that probably doesn't answer your question.
I think it does. I think it's because the buildings were covered with ivy, and that's just the name they got.
AJ Minutes asks, which is better, llama or alpaca? I'm going to say alpaca.
I think alpaca.
Yeah, it's funner to say. I like
Yeah.
saying alpaca.
I mean, you get less fur off an alpaca.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, who wants to wear an alpaca sweater? It sounds itchy. Doesn't it?
I think they're fine. I
Okay.
think alpaca.
I wonder what's the softer.
It's alpaca.
Llama
it's alpaca
sounds
purse?
softer.
Llama.
Llama, it sounds,
Llama.
it's got a lot of L's. 2 L's to
Yeah.
start with, right?
Yeah, llama's hard to spell. Like you spell llama, and then you're like, I spelled that wrong.
You
You
can't
look at
tell
it,
if it's
but
2
no, it's
L's
spelled right.
or a capital I in an L. If you use
Well,
wrong fonts.
yeah, it depends whether your fonts have serifs or not. Let's not devolve into a font show.
Okay, I think we're like getting off topic here. Jim Holland, we mentioned, his name is not Jim Holland, it's James Schlepperloos from Holland. He
Okay.
says, happy birthday, and Beaver Boy. He called me Beaver Boy.
Yeah. You're gonna
And
get
there's
a
no
whole,
smiley face.
You're gonna get a new nickname every month.
There's no smiley face. Well, you need emoticons.
Well,
and
maybe
then
they don't use emoji in the Netherlands.
Okay, AJ Minich, I hope I'm saying this right. Mayhew text me.
You're not. You should ask people to include phonetic pronunciation.
Yeah, John, what do you think of Trump's latest remarks about Canada? Did he have remarks about, did Trump talk about Canada recently?
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't like it.
Because it's not USA. I don't know about his latest remarks, so I can't comment. There are only 626,000 people. This is from Nevin. We know Nevin.
I do know Nevin.
Oh, we know Nevin.
Yeah.
There's only 626,000 people in Vermont.
Yeah.
So if they all watched, they wouldn't match
That's
everyone
correct.
in San Jose
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah, if all those people didn't watch your show,
But okay,
there would be many fewer of them than the people in San Jose that don't watch my
but
show.
people in Vermont, it's cold there. They get snow.
Yes.
They stay indoors longer.
Okay.
And so now they are trapped inside wanting to watch TV, and they're going to watch my show. They only have 3 channels, and I'm on 2 of them.
I get those first 2, but I'm going to say, having taken a class in logic, I'm not sure that third one follows.
John Thompson, I know the guy from work.
Man.
He sits 3 inches from me.
Wow. You guys should get better offices.
We don't have offices. How did you choose which old episodes to play in the background? As you notice, if you go to camera 2, see we have some old episodes of us playing.
Yeah.
And I chose it by, this is the most recent episode, right here. And the other episodes are classic episodes.
Wow.
We had
Is it
one-
going to shift over one?
One with Lawrence Gowan was
Each
on.
show?
It's going to change as we get better episodes.
Okay.
We had Lawrence Gowan.
Here's a question. For next episode, will that upper right corner be this episode, which has
Yes.
the previous episode play? Right, so we're just going to get older and older, but tinier and tinier.
Oh, you think that? Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
think about it.
see?
Yeah.
It's like a mirror.
It's like the Land of
that
Lakes,
takes like 30 days between iterations.
We have Jim Short right here. Hi,
yeah,
Jim Short.
Yeah, yeah.
We have Steve Wozniak
Yeah,
over there.
there.
That's how I chose the shows.
It's Waz's birthday.
It is today.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Woz.
Happy birthday, Woz.
66.
66.
His best birthday ever, 64. 8
'Cause-
squared.
Yeah.
Man, he loves 8 squared.
Yeah, 2 to
He
the
loves
6.
8. Keith got it. Watching from your jury summons in the Netherlands. That's
Yeah,
Jim
okay,
Holland
yeah,
again.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Docs. We know Docs.
Yeah. It's almost like only people we know tweet into the show.
The Ivy League is an athletic league that does not offer athletic scholarships. They needed to create their own league. Is that?
That's
Is he,
crazy.
is he making stuff up? Is that right?
He's a smart guy, so he's probably right. Plus, he's got access to Google. I'm forced to just make shit up here.
Okay, we have news
Someone-
here. Chelsea Rivoro.
Wow.
I am a girl, and I love your show.
Oh,
See, you said no girls watch the show. Love the Beavers and loves the Beavers.
Wow. Okay.
More Canadian wildlife, please. This is my demographic right here.
Okay.
People who love the show
Okay.
and who love Canadian wildlife.
Okay. I am going to say I said girls, and that requires 2.
Okay. Maybe we'll get more. And then we should do a wildlife episode like Jack Hanna. We should bring in some animals on the show. That'd be fun. I have 3 animals at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Do
well,
you think they want to be on TV?
I don't think they care.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we have a tweet from WW from Albuquerque.
Worldwide.
WW. I don't know who that is. This
Albuquerque.
He emailed us actually during
Yeah?
the month, and he said, "What's up with Black Lives Matter?" So,
wait, let me check.
our next topic: Black Lives Matter.
Wow, I've got 2 minutes to cover this. Good thing it's such a quick topic without a lot of depth
Okay.
and intricacies.
So this came up because people
The guy
thought,
emailed you
oh yeah, but I mean, Black Lives Matter originated from.
because black people kept getting shot by police
Oh,
or otherwise
otherwise harassed.
harassed. And they wanted to bring some specificity and focus to what they thought was
It was an issue.
an issue.
So they thought that we thought that Black lives didn't matter,
Correct.
but we think
Or that we were behaving.
We think
or
like-
that society was
Yeah.
behaving in a fashion that
we must live in a bubble because you and I, we never thought Black lives didn't matter. We all thought they did matter. Yeah. Now I was watching the Republican National Convention
yeah, why?
clips from the Daily Show,
Oh yeah, okay.
and they brought up Black Lives Matter, and the people there would repeat like, "All lives matter."
Yes.
Which is true too. Like I agree that all lives matter. I agree that Black lives matter. And apparently this is some people are offended by all lives matter. Why is that?
Well, the implication is when you say all lives matter, that you're saying all lives matter just as much, and therefore there's no problem that black people in particular are seeing. And it's kind of like if you went, well, breast cancer's bad, and we should spend money to try to cure breast cancer, but you know, all
cancer's bad.
cancers matter.
Yeah, all cancers
And
matter.
everyone dies. I mean, there's heart disease, and
Okay.
let's talk about all these other things too. And you're like, but I want to talk about breast cancer. Breast cancer's a problem. We can solve the breast cancer problem.
So all lives matter, but we should be conscious that there's not a problem of white people being shot by police.
Well, there
as
might be,
much.
but it
There's-
also might be that to address that might be something different than addressing what's happening to black people.
white people
which
are being
is-
shot because they're robbing banks with guns, but black people are being
they're-
shot because they're driving.
I think it's a complicated problem. And so I'm hesitant to try to start saying anything, knowing that we have 40 seconds before a guy with a Nerf gun starts
No, we got-
firing in our direction.
According to my calculations, we have like
A minute, 42
10
seconds.
10 seconds like
Yeah.
all right. Well, hashtag Black Lives Matter because hashtag's a thing about on Twitter now,
Hashtag's a
right?
thing. Yeah.
thing.
You put a pound sign in front of anything and it becomes a thing.
Hashtag John wants answers.
No, that didn't become a thing.
No.
I guess I was wrong. There's always an exception of some sort.
All right. Did we get any emails? You think?
How would I know?
You don't control the email of the show?
No, I don't.
Whoa! TV host lives matter. Wait! Why there's so many guns this time?
I saw
There's like
one of
five.
them coming straight at me.
I got hit in the chest. Oh man. Okay. So we have to wrap up. So our next show is September 8th. Stay tuned for Atlas of Thoughts on Hizmet. I don't know what that is.
We don't either. We should watch it in the lobby.
I think it's a show in Islam, actually. I looked it up.
okay.
And after that is What the Bleep. Hey, I am on that show. Am I on that show?
Yeah, am I
Stay
on that show?
tuned. I'm on this week's
No,
show.
not yet. No, they didn't let me come on for a long time because I was bad. But then they were like, well, we're desperate.
All right. Great show. High five.
Why aren't the credits running on the shows behind us?